That's Nick.
And that's Joseph. And today we're here to talk about Beverly Hills Madam, a 1986 television film that aired on NBC starring Faye Dunaway.
I wanted to review this because I want everyone to watch it.
Yes,
I thought it was a lot of fun.
It is.
I happened upon it because I was listening to a podcast. I think it was RuPaul's podcast. Mm-hmm. And one of his guests mentioned it as something she had stumbled upon. And I'm so happy I heard about it. You had also told me about it previously.
It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon Prime right now.
For a while. And we're both Faye Dunaway fans.
Oh, absolutely.
I'd let her call me a little homosexual boy.
Oh, she could throw things at me for sure. I think she's a gift. So this made-for-TV film that aired on NBC in 1986 is about Lil Hutton, played by Faye Dunaway. Mm-hmm. She's
she's a madam at a bordello.
Well, it's not even a bordello. She runs like a high-class prostitution ring. She's like a... Oh God, what was that woman who got arrested in the 90s?
Heidi Fleiss.
Heidi Fleiss. She's like a Heidi Fleiss. Mm-hmm. So the story revolves around her kind of like operation. One of her girls is murdered.
Played by Robin Givens.
The one who's murdered is Robin Givens, who actually looks great and does a good job.
She's fine.
But really the gem of the movie is Faye Dunaway doing all of her Fayeisms.
Every
line is just thrown at you.
I should have counted how many times she said, "Well, that's why I'm a success." That's a favorite thing of hers to say.
So the actual premise of the film is insane the story, because it's made abundantly clear like what she charges, which is $1,000 a night. She only appears to have 3
women at any
working
time.
Women. Mm-hmm. So at the most she's making $3,000 a night. So $90,000 a month. Mm-hmm. But she lives in like a palatial estate in Beverly Hills. Money is not an object. She walks into a boutique and like has like a couture outfit just like
she has
sent to her, and has like a permanent table
at all the restaurants.
Yeah, and like drives a very expensive car. I don't know that a person who makes $90,000 a month could afford that.
It's a little off.
It's very off as far as the finances and her operation. But it just kind of goes through her. She finds a new girl, recruits a new girl played by Terry. Oh, shoot.
The new girl.
The new girl, the brunette.
Donna Dixon?
Is that her? Wow.
No, there are 3 women working for her. There's Melody Anderson, who's a Canadian actress. Donna Dixon, who's married to Dan Aykroyd's.
Both are blondes.
Yeah, and Donna Dixon, I believe, still is married to Dan Aykroyd, or was.
And then Robin Givens. And then there's a third brunette. There's a 4th girl who's a brunette.
Who's being groomed to be
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
so the story kind of revolves around her.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Taking her under her wing. Which now that I think of it as a little Hustlers, like taking her under her wing.
This movie's more entertaining than Hustlers.
Her crispy wing.
Oh, Faye, just smoking for dear life.
Those bottom teeth, my God.
Yeah. But she looks good. She's 40.
She does look good, and it's her fucking up her face, so it's kind of a nice period to see her in. And of course, this is after the devastation that was Mommy Dearest, so her career, as her filmography shows, is kind of in a tailspin. But she did work with a lot of notable directors still. She's in that Barbara Schrader film, Barfly, around this time.
Okay. But she obviously did this because she needed work.
Yeah, and I can imagine it was a high-profile thing. You know, this was high-class prostitutes were a notable motif in 80s cinema, because there's Nuts with Barbra Streisand.
Okay.
Around that period. The tone of this reminded me a little bit of this Lizzie Borden film called Working Girls.
Okay.
Which I haven't seen in years. Also with like kind of a very limited prostitution staff. And this has a really good cast. Seymour Cassel has a small role in it. Louis Jordan of he was a French import who was very handsome in the 40s and 50s, and he was in the Paradine Case, a Hitchcock film. Okay. Letters from an Unknown Woman, which I believe is Max Ophuls. He's a surprise. It's directed by Harvey Hart, who is a Canadian-born man who did a lot of television films, but looking through his filmography, I was reminded of a Karen Black movie I fucking love that needs to have a restoration. It's called The Pyx, P-Y-X.
Okay.
And it's a thriller about somebody's killing all these prostitutes. Well, there's a devil cult involving prostitute victims who are addicted to heroin.
I'm sold.
Oh my god, and Christopher Plummer's in it. And Karen Black is singing this like haunting melody over the opening credit that I'd love to find a copy of somewhere, but
Great.
Anyway, Beverly Hills Madam. The dialogue is great.
Oh my god. I mean, it's just so worth it to hear.
I had to write down, because one of them, the one played by Melody Anderson, is about to be married.
Yes.
To some
Rich
relative
guy.
socialite, but doesn't know that she's a hooker until
He doesn't know she's a hooker.
until her dev ball or whatever ends, and some guy's like, I've had her, and but they're talking about her, and some guy says she's gorgeous yet so insecure, part of her charm, I guess. And then another one is, what do whores know about love? I don't know.
Watching Faye Dunaway interact with the girls is hilarious. When she's the one who she's grooming, she hands her from her library books on like art, history, gourmet dining, wine,
And two notable current bestsellers.
and 2 current bestsellers, and then tells her like, go through this
Brush up on these for tonight.
for this evening. Not even this like tonight. This evening, like you have like 3 hours to read like 6,000 pages. Just so fun.
She has an Asian maid named China.
Yes. Yes, that's a problem.
The interaction there is a lot like Meryl Streep in Death Becomes Her with her maid. Also, Jessica Lange and Mamacita in Feud was reminiscent of that.
Yeah, there's not enough actually.
Yeah,
I would have loved for this to be a mini-series.
It could be. The material is there for a mini-series.
It really is. It feels very rushed. Things happen very fast.
Oh, yes.
There's a pregnancy, a murder,
an abortion.
Talks of an abortion. In the end, Faye's character ends up giving up her business.
She passes on the torch.
Yeah, because she feels responsible for the death of Robin Givens.
Yes.
Somewhat, kind of.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like she feels that bad.
No,
about
she's
it.
not, because
she doesn't feel bad about it all. She's just upset that her reputation's ruined.
Because isn't it with Louis Jordan where he's talking about if he's upset about her and she's like, well, those are part of the consequences.
Yeah, my girls know the game or something. Just the way Faye delivers her lines is so fun.
Oh yeah. Well, this is why you need to watch The Wicked Lady.
I'll watch it.
Oh my god, every.
But anyway, I know this is not a film anyone's checking for, but for anyone who watches this review, you should, if you have Amazon Prime, check out Beverly Hills Madam. I would give it, just for fun and the audacity of it, I would give it 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I concur.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.